Well, welcome to Zig and Larry Ignore Their Depression.
We're going to rename this Two Hobos Talking About Meat. Welcome to a new episode of Two Hobos Talking About Meat. I am Beef and Chicken Bob Nubbins. Over there is the Durs.
Hi, I'm
Yeah,
wearing a tank top.
that actually sounds like you used to be on a morning show. The Durs.
Hey, welcome to Morning with the Meat Chopper and the Durs.
And you find out his real name was like Waldo Durzelwatz or something. It's like,
Yeah,
you really was
it
either that or
is
Doe Watts.
15 to 14 to 13 to 30 to quarter to the hour.
Conceivably.
Can we get a traffic update?
Yes, it's still there.
Excellent. All right. All right, now it's time to play trivia with the Durs. What is the first thing that my dad ever said to me?
What is it?
Correct. All right.
Judges?
Ju-
Judges were drunk.
Judges don't know because no one knows because my dad has never talked to me ever in my life. He only
Uh,
makes one noise and it's and that's it. The Durs.
I was birthed by a man who had previously only done cattle and horses, and he only spoke Czech. So we're not certain what he said. He's not a good witness. He has one wonky eye, and the other one he keeps in his pocket. Moving on.
And it's not even his. How's your week, buddy?
Can't complain. It's been a very similar week. I got drunk a couple of times.
Mhm.
I definitely worked from a restaurant for a little bit. Worked on the house. I really have nothing to report, to be honest. This is not interesting for me at all. Yeah.
I
I
have
can
not.
make something up if you want.
I'm just trying to think of what the fuck I did this week.
See,
I
that's the
had
problem. If I don't write it down, I'm sure there's 1,000 stories that I could, fill 15 minutes with. But since I didn't, I got nothing.
yeah, I had dinner with well, I say Nicole and I had dinner with Robbie and Amber.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I know Robbie
Yeah,
from that one time 5 years ago where he got too drunk to MC a show
yeah,
that I
yeah,
was in. And I was in. Yeah.
yeah. That's I mean that's what we did. Um, yeah, I recorded a podcast this week. Oh, I had forgotten. So I hadn't watched Old Boy since
Is that the name for your dick?
yes, Old Boy.
I haven't. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't seen Old Boy.
Seen.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, the movie Old Boy, the Korean version. I've never seen the American version.
I don't know that either of these things exist. I got nothing.
Oh, you not familiar with Old Boy?
I am not.
That's the
Can I guess the plot?
probably not.
Okay, well, if there's a Korean version and an American version, it obviously starts in the circus. So Old Boy is about an aging elephant
Mm, mm.
who is in a traveling circus,
Okay.
heavily addicted to meth,
Mm.
but is really trying to kick it. But every time he's around a tweaker, he picks them up, throws them over his shoulder, and just runs for the horizon, and then shakes them down.
You nailed it. Shit.
And, and it's animated.
Starring Josh Brolin.
Yeah, sure.
The American version is. I defaulted. God, I hope I'm funnier tonight at this game. I am. We
We'll warm
are.
you up. Let me keep
Yeah.
rubbing it. I'll rub you on the carpet, see if you go.
Thanks. Yeah. Put a penny in the
No.
back, see if I pop a wheelie.
Fuck me. For some reason, I just went to the old Pinewood Derby, where it's like, oh, just tape a couple of pennies to it, weigh it down. That's how you win the Pinewood. I was
Uh-huh.
like, and I realized after that, like, why are we doing this? This is the dumbest fucking thing. I was a kid just filled with ennui at the time. I'm like, I don't give a shit if this thing wins or goes. I glued a head to it to where the driver should be. I'm like, this is more important to me. The aesthetics and
Yeah.
the paint job. I don't care about performance. And then they told me that after Cub, you go to Wolf, and after Wolf, you spend a weekend in a teepee with a couple guys called Weeblow. And I went, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. That's
You're
probably
never
a
gonna
good call. That was
you're never
Gideon's
gonna
call
be a boy. Yeah, you're never gonna be a Boy Scout. Okay, cool.
too. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. God love it. Glenn became an Eagle Scout.
Oh,
and
really?
has
Jesus.
been mad about it ever since.
Basically, kitty military.
Yeah, I he was strongly encouraged, and Gideon got to quit when they're like, you can cross over now, and he's like, I don't want to. Like, I'm done. But we did. I say we. I helped him build, Pinewood Derby car every year, and there was we took it all one year, and it was hilarious.
People bet on that. Like little Thai guys in the corner wearing dirty tank tops.
Oh
Just
yeah, yeah. But yeah, we built this car, and there was a thing. I let him do most of it. Like, I was like, I'm here to help with cuts, but I'm help, if you need, like, oh no, I wanted to do this, I'm here to help with that. For the most part, buddy, you're gonna build it. That was always my rule. Because that was like the idea is the parents are supposed to sit there and be like, all right, I'm here to help. You got to build it. But you see these cars and dudes are like, yeah, my uncle's got
yeah.
a one of the machines where you put it tippity tap your design in and it cuts it out for you. Anyway, we made it. We did math, so it'd be most aerodynamic you could ever see. And we're over there with like our Dremel Special 2000, where it's just a little lopsided but doing good because we took some sandpaper to it.
With the
And then,
blood stain on the fucking hood.
oh yeah, from both of
One
us.
one bloody thumbprint.
Yep. Fuck both. I got you too. Well, I guess we'll shave that down. Um, but yeah, we ended up. I say we. He won. I felt. But I say we because every dad in that room came up to me and like, okay, what'd you do? How'd you do? 'Cause it wasn't like we won by like a slight margin. It kept winning like by large gaps, like definitively every race. They were just like, obviously. Like at one point, the dude keeping time was like, "Do we even need to keep time on this one?" Because it's won everything by at least 2 feet. It's stupid, and we're kids just like, "Oh my god, oh, I can taste defeat, you little bastards."
And then everybody realized they were wearing neckerchiefs, and that took some of the sting out of it.
It sure did. It's everyone
Right.
cosplaying as
Yeah, we're all
Red
losers.
from Scooby Doo.
We're all in shorts over the kneecaps and neckerchiefs. Let's not take ourselves too fucking seriously, shall we?
Why is everyone in here dressed like Paul Lynn on vacation?
Because as soon as the kid wins this, he's going to be very, very happy that he's going to go up to his mom and hand her a patch that has to be sewn onto his Miss America sash. So let's just all say, have a beer, congratulate your kids. All the dads who built the car for the kid and failed can now feel stupid.
Yep.
And that's what the movie Old Boy is about. Was that
Yes.
what it's called?
Yeah. Yes, it is. You made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So in Old Boy, he beats a bunch of dudes up with a hammer. Like there's a hallway fight scene where it's like 15 or 20 dudes that he beats with a hammer, and they're all like trying. Essentially, it inspired like all the hallway fight scenes that we've seen. Like
This is an older movie.
2003.
And the American was the remake or the Korean?
2013. Yeah.
Okay. Who played the guy?
In the Korean version or the American version?
Well, that's in the Korean version. You could just make sounds, and I'd say okay. But the American version, yeah.
Josh Brolin.
Oh, it was Josh Brolin. Okay. So
and
it's
Olsen, not Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Their younger sister. I don't.
Yeah.
If I give me a second, I'll come up with it. But
the one that isn't insane. Yes.
The less rich but very wealthy one. What is her name? I'll just
Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I'm gonna let the listeners lose their mind screaming.
I know. Nicole had to tell me the other day too. She was like, "It's Elizabeth," and I'm like, "I don't remember." But
okay, speaking of Marvel, so this is a movie about Thanos just beating the hell out of men with a hammer in a hallway for 2 hours. I'm guessing, or is it a 90-minute?
It's 2 hours. There's a twist to it though, that in the Korean version. Here's the thing: the first time I saw the Korean version, I was staying. It was on one of my trips to Chicago to visit. I was staying with Jeff. I was fucked out of my mind, drunk. Because Jeff was having a party because it was Come See Smith, and somebody had a bootleg copy that was in Korean, but don't worry, the subtitles were in German. And so
That seems harder to find than the original. Like, how do you just?
how do you? Well, you know that someplace on Devon Street probably had a copy of it,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh well, boy, I've heard good things about this movie, and so I Jeff, because Jeffrey does a little German, and also speaks. But anyway,
Yeah, he lived there as a kid for a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, okay, so to give me a basic plot, this guy's been put in prison for no reason that we
Hold
know
on.
of.
So we're setting the scene. You're drunk. Jeff's drunk. There's a bunch of people rambling nonsense in your ear. Jeff is using his fairly passable German, but he's attempting to not listen to it, but read it in real time while probably drunk and stoned and
Yes,
relaying the plot to you.
yes, and
I'm sure it was flawless.
I am certain, because at that time that was when somebody would come up and be like, "Hey, you want to smoke up a little bit?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, I got a job that random piss tests. Like, I got to be careful." And they're like, "Oh, you want to do some pills? Those you can get away with that." And that would show up. And yes, I do. So I just pill fucked and drunk out of my mind watching Old Boy and Jeff going, "Okay, this guy now he's gonna get out and he's saying he's something about vengeance. He's gonna go for vengeance." And then there's a scene coming up where he's gonna beat up a bunch of dudes with a hammer. I'll yell at you when it comes up. Do you want me to keep like explaining the subtitles? No. Vengeance hammer. That's all I need to know. I watched the dude beat up a bunch of guys with a hammer. It was a great scene. Like I said, it inspired like all the other hallway fight scenes that we've seen over the past 20 years. And there's a twist that I because we talked about it on a different Front Row Network show, and I had so that I watched it, but I had subtitles, like real English subtitles, and I was not sure what the twist was. And the whole time, like, as it got closer, I was like, please don't let it be this. Please don't let it be this. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's the. Oh no. And
Okay, spoilers. What is it?
so okay, the bad guy, I guess, the bad guy, the antagonist. It's okay. So it's very Greek tragedy, but the antagonist, the reason he imprisoned this dude, like he had him imprisoned. The reason he did it for 15 years, so that this dude's daughter would grow up and they would not know each other. And then he tricks the
Oh,
dude into banging his own daughter. And it's
with a hammer?
I wish it's his hammer.
That'd be easier.
His penis is the hammer.
Huh.
Like I would have been like, oh, you tricked this dude into murdering his own daughter. That's pretty insidious. No, no. The worst part is that the antagonist records it so that this dude has to like, and he just plays it at the end so he can hear the horrible things she's saying.
Oh.
So I'm gonna watch the American version because
Cock in hand.
it's Elizabeth Olsen, man, and Josh Brolin. I mean, come on. That's who cares? Now that I know what it is, I can be like, I watch those types of videos on Pornhub all the time. I know they're not actually related.
And then the translation in Korean is just called Daddy Issues. In German, it's called Schadenfreude Fun Times. It's
It was yeah. I'm having a nice iced coffee. Hey, I might still be hungover from a week ago. I can't.
I spent years drunk. You're fine.
No, I'm like it was crazy last night. Got home from work, uh, long week, and so I just grabbed the whiskey and a beer, and just started pouring shots and standing in the kitchen listening to music, doing shots and drinking beer. We Willow was like, "Hey, I'll bring me and I'll bring Gideon over, and ooh, thunder. It's thundering outside. You know what that means?
Rain.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm in the basement.
Mhm. Flooding.
Yay! But yeah, we got Mexican takeout last night, so we didn't have to deal with the stupid crowds. And I got probably 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours of drinking in the kitchen, listening to music, just doing shots. Both kids walking in, looking at me, and going, "Oh no!" I'm like, I'm doing halvesies. I'm not doing full shots. I'm just doing halvesies."
At double speed.
Huh? Oh, there, 2 in a row. That's one shot. Just do one shot like an adult. No, no, no.
Adults don't do shots.
They do if they're sad. They sure do. They sure do.
Middle of the day, I just get like 2 ounce pours. I have about 3 of those, and I call that lunch.
Yeah, well, that's why you keep your girlish figure.
No, 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 no. It's gone to hell.
That's what I
Pretty,
meant. Your penis. That's how your penis keeps its girlish figure.
yeah, short and stout.
It's curvy. It's voluptuous. You have a voluptuous penis. I've seen.
Thank you very much. It does have a girlish film of unfortunately, that figure is Velma. Uh,
Sorry, I got distracted. Velma's got a big old dump truck ass. Are we talking about the animated one or the not the new animated one? Are we talking
I
about
tell you what, we'll talk about whichever one you want because you have opinions.
I do, I do. The live action. Linda Cardellini is Velma. Ooh. Mm. The live action Scooby Doo's.
I never saw. I just know that one guy that drives me nuts was Shaggy.
You don't like Matthew Lillard?
Matthew Lillard. I haven't liked him since the prom. I haven't liked him. He drives me nuts. I don't remember why.
I haven't liked him since he stood me up.
I just realized that I have a whole list of actors and real human beings in my life that I don't like, but I have no explanation for because I know that this man drives me crazy. But I'm like, he did something to me sometime. He did something
You
I
know
didn't
who?
like, and I just wrote him off, and that's all I remember.
You know who I don't like?
Uh,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I could leave for I'd say for the last 15 years.
I know people wet their pants over how good of an actor he is. I don't like his face, and I think he's fine. You know what I mean? He's fine. Like, there's no way though that soft shit could survive a bear attack.
I would say The Revenant was shit. It was one kind of brutal scene that was interesting to watch, but the rest of it was just him failing in the woods, slowly leaking. It just kind of went on for too long for me. Um, talk
There's
about
no way.
talk
There's
about guys
no,
you could who probably accidentally fucked their daughter.
right?
It's conceivable because he's our age, right? He's got to be
Uh,
roughly our age,
they're a little older.
mid 40s,
Let's say
late-ish
roughly.
40s.
Hey Siri, how old is Leonardo DiCaprio?
Hey Siri, how old is Leonardo DiCaprio?
48.
My Siri just showed me a picture as opposed to saying anything because it knows I'm not
Mine,
talking to it.
yep, mine too.
Oh, yeah, 48. And he only dates tweens.
Yes, well, he only grooms tweens, and then he dates them until they hit their expiration.
He was introduced at the Met Gala to Selena Gomez and literally just said, you just missed it. And then he walked away from her.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I love how much mileage you're getting out of the Met Gala.
I just found out it was a thing.
Yeah.
I just found out. I feel like I knew it was a thing like a long time ago,
Yeah.
but I just stumbled upon it like farting around on my phone. I'm like, wait, what is this? What is this? Everybody dresses like an asshole and then they go get drunk. Like, what is this?
I know it exists. I know it's a thing, but I don't know what it is. Does that make sense?
I went down a rabbit hole. Just everybody dresses up in ridiculous outfits. And Jared Leto was a furry in a very, very convincing anthropomorphic cat suit. And then they all take pictures in these ridiculous fucking stupid outfits. And then I was reading an article that Lizzo did, and she's just like, there was no chairs and there was no food and there was no booze. She's like, they're being stingy as fuck. She literally said, the guy came up and said red or white. And she looked at, she had something along the lines of, you see how I'm dressed? I've been standing for hours. Tequila.
Hey, got some good news. Want some good news?
Yeah.
Real quick.
I get to meet Lizzo. She seems like she's a lot of fun.
Look, Ted Nugent's in Alabama. They canceled Ted Nugent's concert.
Oh, you're the your arch nemesis.
This
Dead.
fucking dork. Look at this. Look at this fucking numpty twat.
Okay, so they canceled it in Alabama. I thought he was
Alabama.
I thought that he was like the de facto ruler of Alabama.
You would think,
Or
but
is that
no.
Arkansas? Why did they cancel him?
Because he's a
Canceled his
piece of
show.
shit.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Uh,
But is there a reason or no? Oh,
I haven't looked that far into. I just saw that they accused the musician of hating women. I mean, he likes
hating,
them young,
hating women is what it says.
gay people and
Yeah,
trans people.
and trans people. He does actively hate women, gay people, and trans people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: he hates them if it makes him money.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's that. But yeah, no, we can hang out with Lizzo. I think. Have you ever I love the segment on Late Night with Seth Meyers or whatever it is. Late Show with Seth Meyers. I don't know. It was Seth Meyers when he does day drinking with Seth and his day drinking with Lizzo. Like they just go out and get wildly drunk in the middle of the day
Sounds okay.
and hang out. And
Dude,
Lizzo,
like, is it TV drunk or is it like they're actually hammered?
no, they're actually hammered.
Okay.
Like knocking glasses off tables,
Sweet. Okay.
drooling sometimes, laughing so hard. It's fantastic. But yeah, Lizzo, the Lizzo episode. Kelly Clarkson was a fun one too. Surprisingly, I was like, how fun's Kelly Clarkson going to be to get day drunk with? She's a fucking delight. I want to get day drunk with Kelly. Her and Lizzo and me are going to go get day drunk and then get our nails done.
They should force them to do like the day drinking because I just found out this was a thing. They should force them to do the show at the day drinking on the same day, like the taping of it immediately. Like I know they don't do the taping at night, or maybe they do. Is Seth's show live? Or
No,
like,
no, they tape
during the
like
day?
mid-afternoon.
Okay, yeah, but get them loaded between 11 and 1, and then they get 2 hours where they're not allowed any booze, and they just have to be by themselves, day drink in a room, and maybe like a light lunch, and then try to do the show. Because
A
after you're day
bologna and
drinking,
cheese.
yeah, but you're not allowed to sleep. Because after day drinking, you either want to nap or you want to keep going until you fall. But if you have a 2 hour lull, yeah, let's see how fucking entertaining. That's how you know you're a goddamn professional.
Oh, I'm in. I think
That's difficult.
Seth, hit us up when the strike is over.
Ah, yeah.
That's the best reaction. You know
Well,
what? You know
I
what?
don't. I only watch streaming shit now anyway. I'm like, there's so much backlog. I'm like, they're not gonna write anything new. I'm like, cool. I've got years worth of shit I haven't seen
I
yet.
gotta get caught up,
I don't give a fuck.
folks. Take your time.
There was in my stupid feed where I found out about the Met Gala on my phone, like the news feed. Like I would say, like 70% of it is news, but every once in a while I just throw in a new topic for the algorithm to pick up to entertain myself. Met Gala ended up being one, but another one was like about the artist strike. Is like artists are striking, everything you need to know, or writers are striking, everything you need to know. And I didn't click on it because I'm like, they want more money, right? Okay, yeah, that's what we need to know. They feel like they're being kicked in the nuts, so they would like to stop working until their nuts are less kicked.
Yes, they would like their nuts less kicked in by rich people.
Better benefits, more money. Is that what they want? Okay, that's a strike. Yeah.
Yeah, better benefits, more money. Oh well, what a horrible thing that you would want for yourself.
Is that the actual reason for a union?
Yeah, the thing that a union does. Yeah. Where the rich people are like, no, we're gonna just pay you per day. We're not gonna actually we're gonna make things worse, not better, so that we can make more money. And the people that they're making money on the backs of go, oh, no, we're not gonna do that. So fuck you. And of course all of them have like, a nephew or a slightly delayed cousin that's like, I got an idea for a reality show, and they go,
yeah,
great. Yeah, all right.
It's
Slim, let's see what you got.
If you're not bored into it, it's hard to break into it.
Mm-hmm.
I was bummed when I found out that the guys from the SNL now that want to Do Not Destroy, 2 out of 3 of those, their dads were old SNL writers.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And
when I found
the
that
third
out,
one, I was like, I still think they're funny, but I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're talented. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people like that, like, well, the whole I hate buzz terms. I hate buzz terms like nepo baby, but nepotism.
Took me 3 days to learn how to spell it, and I quit.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but,
Thanks for agreeing with me. You didn't yes and so much as you went yes, and then we moved on.
here's what it was. I didn't quite hear what you said because my headphones cut out, and I was trying to put, how like it's when you try to put the sentence together in your head, like, okay,
Using
from the
context clues of the universe.
and I was just like, no, no. Yeah. Oh, I really didn't hear it, did I?
Does not matter. Like most of the things I say.
I love that with our facial hair, we're kind of going the opposite. Like you've got your mustache all nicely trimmed, and I'm letting mine.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get like the Sam Elliott, but keep the beard trimmed up, like Mark Maron. Uh, Probably
I
more
can't handle when the hairs of my mustache touch my upper lip. It drives me nuts. So I have to keep that real trim, but everything else is a goddamn shit show. It's a nightmare.
No, it looks good. It's nicely shaped. Looks very healthy.
That's mostly incidental. It's amazing how from from the clavicle up, I do all of my own grooming at this point. Ever since you shaved my head at Thanksgiving, I've literally just been home shaving the head.
Yeah,
We haven't gone quite as short as last time, and this is just every once in a while, if I'm sober enough, I hack at a couple of key areas,
yeah,
like a groundskeeper who's like getting paid a little bit less than he thinks he's worth.
yeah.
So it's like, I'll put in a little effort. I'll put a little FaceTime, but Jesus.
I'm only doing this because I like the hydrangea.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I have a moral obligation to the fucking ficus. Outside of that, never name the hedges. When you name the hedges, you got to take care of them. God
You gotta
damn it.
take care. And I'll be right there, Charlie. Don't worry about it.
Damn it. God damn it. God damn it.
No, Dave's screaming again. You can hear them, can't you? Yeah, I was mumbling to myself at work, and my supervisor stopped and like to be like, he's like, "Hey, man, oh, sorry," and I went, "Sorry for what?" He goes, "I thought you were on the phone." I said, "No," and he said, "You were talking." I said, "Was I now?" "Oh no," and he's like, "So you weren't talking to anybody?" I said, "The universe." He's like, you were mumbling to yourself." And I was like, I am angry mumbling. Just, I'll show you.
No, I would say when angry mumbling is fine. Angry mumbling is a mutter. And when somebody starts to mutter and they start to literally clench a stapler, it's time to leave the office.
Yeah. Yeah. When I pop the stapler in half, oops. Hey, you know what though? You know what would keep you from popping a stapler in half?
What's that, Larry?
Filling with your favorite herb. Something from
SpliffSociety.org. That's right. The show.
society.org, purveyors of fine toasted palm leaf, hand rolled artisan spliffs.
The show is roughly 3 years old. You're aware of that? We're about a month away from our 3 year anniversary, and
Gross.
they have been they have been sponsoring us ad nauseum. And
I love
God
it.
bless them.
God bless them. They what I love is that they really worked really hard on a social media presence, and we have hidden.
Yeah,
And yet they're still like, yeah, we sponsor the show.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're we should be. Can we get on their social media? Is that something that we can do?
I think I'm going to need to. I think we're going
Yeah,
to have to,
good.
because don't get me wrong, the same hundred some listeners that we have, we love you and we appreciate you. But if you could just like tell a friend, like we get five more. Just keep
Great.
unless this is your dirty secret. I get it. But
Then tell that friend.
yeah, then tell. But yeah, just head on over to splitsociety.org. Check out all their products. I list them off every week, and you know what? Each one of them is fit for a newly coronated king. See how
Oh, right.
I don't know. I was trying to be topical. That's not even
No,
what we're talking about today.
no, but I really appreciate the fact that it's the first coronation in like 70 years, and the entire country is like, it's fucking expensive. Stop it. Stop it. We don't give a
Yeah.
my bad.
Well, that was
Shit.
splitsociety.org. Catch the fever.
Check them out. Use promo code Zig and Larry in all caps, or don't. Um, I just discovered a mute button on the
You
on
sure
my
did.
headset.
I thought I had done something on my end. I thought something
No,
was dying on my. I
I
went into straight up IT mode and then realized you could hear me, which meant it had to be.
yep. I hit a mute button,
Yeah.
which is on this device, which I honestly did not know was a mute button. I didn't realize it was a button. It's a fairly decent design. It doesn't even resemble a button, but there's a little red light, and that just when the red light's on, it means it's on. It means that your mic is hot. I didn't realize it was a button, so I hit it on accident, which muted myself. Now the only problem with this is that this is the second one of these exact same headsets that I've owned, and I've used it, this one plus the last one, for over a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
And I just discovered this feature that if I hit this button, you can't hear me.
You are a sweet, sweet boy, aren't you?
Holy shit. And I buy power tools. I just bought
know.
a splitting axe. Oh, that's something we could talk about. I bought a splitting maul. I split logs for the first time in my life, Larry.
How'd it feel? How'd it feel?
You know what? I that's not true. I kind of tried a few months ago. I bought a hatchet, a fairly hefty hatchet, but it's really not designed for splitting big logs. You know what I mean? And it didn't really work that well. It's just each one. But I bought myself a 20-pound fucking splitting maul, and I was shocked at how well I did. I figured there'd be a learning curve. No, you hit it real hard. Seems like it worked just fine.
Yep. 20 pound?
15 actually, I think. I think it's 15. I was pricing them. I forget which one I actually purchased. I think 15 is what I ended up buying. But it's like got the it does. It's got the axe head, but it's got like the sweeping things on the side specifically. Yeah, specifically for killing stuff in two pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I like that design. I like that design. I've got my, old splitting maul that I like to swing about. I've got the big hammer that will get your wedges stuck real good into stumps. It's fantastic. But yeah, I did find a new hammer that I want for the car. It's a car.
Oh yeah, he need a new car sledge.
I do. I need a new car hammer. It's 8 pounds. So you can swing it real fast with one hand if you need to. But it's got a decent, size hand. It's all I want. It's all I want. But
about twice a month now, a box will show up at the front door, and if I don't intercept it, I get to hear this game. What did you buy now? Like a whole lot of none of your business. Is your name on the box? If your name's not on the box, it's none of your business, is what it is. Try picking it up.
I wonder if Amazon specifically has a car hammer.
The Larry Smith version of a car hammer. What makes it a car hammer? It's just pine scented, really. Outside of that, it's just
pine scented.
It's a pine scented sledge.
I have a holster for it, so I can through the sunroof. Hey, do you want to get to the game today?
I don't see why not. Is the game both of us wearing sleeveless t-shirts? Hey, if you want to see us both wearing sleeveless t-shirts, you should check us out.
Well, these are technically tank tops. They're not sleeveless t-shirts.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. At our YouTube channel, find it. It's not going to be difficult.
If you have a hard time finding it, that's on you.
If you had a hard time finding it, how'd you find your shoes?
Zig and Larry ignore topic. If you have a hard time finding it, how'd you find your shoes? So, Zig, you're familiar? I'm not even gonna ask if you are. You are familiar, I know, with the international phenomenon known as 50 Shades of Grey.
I know the book series.
Yes. Yeah.
I've
The
never read it, and I've never seen any of the movies. However, I will say the creepiest fucking thing that ever happened to me was going to my mom's house about 10 years ago and seeing that book on the coffee table. And this was for Thanksgiving. And
yeah.
I went, holy shit. That's not something I need to see, Mom. You put that away when your kids are coming over.
Yeah, yeah. It's right next to a no. Nope, it's your mom. I can't even I love your mom and I'm not nope, can't go there.
Now I know why all the cucumbers are in the freezer.
Why are they so nope.
Anyway, yeah, I know that the international phenomenon from
The
8 years
internet,
ago.
the international phenomenon and crime against literature.
It's a book series about a guy who grooms a woman, basically.
Essentially, and it's apparently okay because a
Because
bunch of housewives said it was. You know, do you know where it started? It originated
some lunatic's mind.
yes, but she was writing Twilight fan fiction.
Okay, that tracks. I can see that.
Yeah, and then
Well,
created
she just removed vampires and inserted CEO.
yeah, rich asshole. Um
Hey, you know what? Good for her, man. Just she wrote what sells and laughing all the way to the fucking bank. Why not?
yeah. Yeah, it's whatever. It is the writing is piss poor.
Have you read some of it?
I have read excerpts because we knew somebody that was reading it and I was like, "How can you read that? It's horrible." And they're like, "You've never read it. You don't know. It's good." And I was like, "Well, hold on." And I pulled up an excerpt from the book and I started reading it. I was like, this is the most like early junior high level writing. It is horrific. And then they made 3 softcore porns about it. I know people will be like, "No, it's a movie." No, it's softcore porn. And but if those women that were going on like standing in line for opening night for those movies caught their husband watching like just vanilla pornography, they would be like, "Disgusting, Greg. What is wrong with you? If that what you want, then get out of this house. This is disgusting. Where are you headed?" I'm gonna go watch 2 people. One of them is a rich man in power who abuses his intern and gets her does a Stockholm syndrome and puts stuff in her butt. You sick man.
Couple of
It's
things with
art.
couple of things with that. One, I got no problem with people consuming garbage media. Like there's a
No,
bunch of stuff that I consume that I
just
know
admit
is
that it's garbage.
yeah, it's objectively bad. I'm like, oh, I like this. I know it ain't high art, but I like this.
Yeah,
And video games, movies, they fall into that. I'm gonna go watch Guardians of the Galaxy tomorrow. I'm excited about it. I didn't see Ant-Man, but I'll wait till streaming on that one.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm just little side. I know that it's crap, but I'm like,
yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take myself for a burger and a beer. Then I'm gonna go watch a movie by myself because it sounds like a fun Sunday. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the second thing is in your scenario about what are you doing, Martha? It's like, well, when I jerk off, it's for free. It takes 5 minutes, and you have to go spend $14 to get a big tub of popcorn.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to deal yourself in a room full of a bunch of people. Ask Pee Wee Herman. That joke is never going to track, and I just wanted to say it out loud.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you did. I'm glad you. And man, do you think they just those poor workers at the AMC just go in with a power washer? It's like it's like at the end of a Gallagher show. They just folding up ponchos and tarps and just putting everything down. So, but here's the game today, Zig. Because I don't care. Just if you were to, if someone were to be like, yeah, I like 50 Shades of Grey, it is horrible. It is awful writing. It is the movie's not well acted, but it gets my juices going and I like stupid shit. Oh, because
Just
we have
admit that it's fucking brain and crotch candy, and
yeah,
move on. That's all. Whatever.
absolutely. Just be honest.
Yeah.
Like we have movies that I love. There's movies that I'm like, it's not a good movie. That's a fun movie.
Oh
I
yeah, sure.
like that movie.
Hmm.
Because it's not it doesn't have to be good, it just has to be fun, and I won't argue that The Last Boy Scout is a good movie,
No, it's not.
but
I'll watch it though.
it's a fun fucking movie. Taylor Negron as the big bad guy is fantastic. I love the old stand-up comedian, and I don't think he's with us anymore, but anyway, Bruce Willis is fantastic. They're all making fun of the action movie tropes.
Mhm.
It's fun. It's fun. So today's game, I will read you. I'm, I'm going to have to minimize my screen. I now is the time I wish I had two screens. Damn it. Um, and I can't use the one behind me.
Is it? Can you use your phone?
No,
It's not
no,
gonna work. Okay.
no. Because I put it all on a Word document.
Oh, I
Because
see.
I'm going to read you an excerpt.
You more than D plus this.
I did. I really did. I made a whole thing in Word. Um, I'm going to read excerpts from either 50 Shades of Grey
Okay.
or regular old cheap romance novels. And you have to tell me whether it's from 50 the
Oh.
international phenomenon and literary iconically I can't even fake it, or if it's from cheap romance.
Okay. Okay. I I'm. I'll start flipping coins now. If you want. I mean, we are. Okay. All right. Sure.
It's another version of there's no point and you can't win, but I thought it would
Okay.
be hilarious.
Here's the thing, though. Even if you literally say the characters' names, it's not going to help me.
Oh, I know.
Hold on. The guy's last name was Gray, though, right? That's the whole thing.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to like
Her name was Claudette.
I may omit some names so it won't be direct it won't be direct quotes sometimes. I'm going to
Okay.
paraphrase just so that the listeners
You're
like
going to paraphrase literature, and I have to guess. Got it.
well, I'll just omit some names.
It was the
Is
best of
what
times. It was the worst, and you know the rest.
it was the
Now
best
is
of
the
times. It was meh.
something about winter and discontentment. So, what's that from, everybody? I might have paraphrased.
I may have paraphrased. Now I will read it. I'm just going to omit some names so that
Got it.
again, uh,
Names have been changed to protect the morons.
so pull up my okay. I'm gonna have a hard
I
time
feel
here.
like you actually just read all three and we're taking notes and we're trying to justify it.
Shut up.
Okay.
Don't.
Speaking of which, off air, I have a book series for you that you have to read.
Is it 50 Shades of Grey?
Nope.
God damn it. Come on, just work with me. Why are you doing this, you stupid asshole? Um let's
There he is, failing at word.
well, no, I'm trying to because I want to see your face.
Okay.
So I was trying to get my screens to line up correctly. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
So this is either from 50 Shades of Grey or Cheap Romance.
I remember the rules.
Okay. His mouth, oh, his mouth is distracting and unbidden. Which one? Unbidden is not the correct word there.
Wait, what? So, hold on. I thought you were still reading. Which one is not part of it?
No.
Oh, the way you said it, it sounded like it was a continuation of the whole thing because you still did it in character.
I did. I didn't.
Yeah, it's not bidden. Which one? Which one? What, Larry? Which one shall you what? Fuck! You had me on the edge of my seat. That's very short. Cheap romance novel.
I'm sorry. That's from the international phenomenon known as 50 Shades of Grey.
Man, we are right on the cusp. 50 Shades of Grey, man. What do we talk about next? Hee haw?
Well, okay, because unbidden is not the right word. That is not correct there.
Well, I don't have any context outside of just you know what it sounds like? It sounds like Chat GPT, can you piss out some nonsense?
Uh, I- okay.
It's creeping me out the way that you gear up for one of these lines. You
I
rock back and forth slightly. You cock your shoulders at a slightly jaunty angle, like you're about to come at me.
I feel like I feel like I'm in a fight with this.
I feel like you're trying to pick me up. All right, yeah. Jesus Christ, this big dude's about to buy me a drink aggressively.
Sit down, drink this. What the fuck? Uh,
Ladies like fentanyl. I mean Cosmos. Holy shit!
Desire pools dark and deadly in my groin.
That's actually a line from Renfield, I think, the new Nicolas Cage vehicle. Wait, I love that line. Desire pools dark and deadly in my groin.
Yes, dark and deadly in my groin.
Okay, that's got to be from Cheap Romance Novel.
That's from the international phenomenon.
That's so bad. That line is so shitty. Okay, so are these? Oh, please tell me these are lines from the book or movie or both, or you're not certain.
I believe these are from the book, but I know all these they just translated. I mean, they put the book on film.
Okay,
The
yeah.
international phenomenon.
Oh God, somebody please tell me if that's in one of the movies. Desire pools dark and deadly in my groin. Well, scrub it off.
What the hell? Do we need to get to a clinic immediately? I don't want that.
Should you be standing over a beach towel? Don't get the designer on the fucking laminate.
Come now. You're fighting your feelings for this man with all the strength of the Confederate Army.
Well, until Confederate Army, I was going to say that was from A New Hope. Well, that's just from context. It's I've been wrong. I'm gonna try it again. It's romance novel.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Okay.
is. Well done.
Is that,
Well
is that
done.
from
It is
is that from a period piece, or were they trying to be poignant with that?
A Scarlet Bride by Sylvia McDaniel.
Was it set in and around the Civil War?
You're asking me.
Okay. Very
You
good.
know what? I that's why I'm going to give you the name and the author so you can look it up.
We'll
Come
do
now.
that.
You're fighting your feelings for this man with all the strength of the Confederate Army, which means I guess you're going to give up soon. Again,
Yeah. At what point in the war?
A Scarlet Bride by Sylvia McDaniel.
Like, who's going to Appomattox at this point? Like, at what point in the war are we talking? Because at the beginning of it, the South was feeling pretty good about their chances.
Yeah, and they were doing pretty good, and then not so much. You said you loved me, he whispers. Is that now in the past tense? You said you.
Yeah. Okay.
No. I want to say it again.
Okay.
Yeah. You said you loved me, he whispers. Is that now in the past tense?
Grammatically, it's awkward.
To say the least.
You said you loved me. Well, that phrase warrants the fact that what she said was, I loved you. So that is in the past tense.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you were in love with me. Is that now in the past tense would be? So 50 Shades of Grey because it's written poorly.
Shit writing. Yes. I read that actually out loud. I was sitting here working on it. I was upstairs working on it, and I read it out loud to Gideon, who went, "Oh my god!" He's like, yes,
that sentence is aggressively awkward. And for those of you at home who can't see it, there are two semicolons in there for no reason, and they're next to each other, which I don't think is a thing.
No. And then somebody made a penis.
We made a cock out of dashes and parentheses.
Her heart slammed into her ribs as his mouth descended on hers. This is what it must feel like to get broadsided by a 2-ton pickup, she thought inanely.
50 Shades.
That is from a romance novel, and I forgot to get what book that was from. So that's on me, listeners. Sorry.
I'll make it up. That's from The Frame of Thunder by Whittlechitz Wardlebing.
That is from my cousin, my love, in a Toyota Tundra.
You can name a romance novel anything you want. It's got to be just like
by
just...
Larry Smith and shots of red wine from last week.
You can name fucking anything. It'd be spectacular. What are you naming it? I don't know. Love Boils Deeply. Yeah, that's one. That's perfect.
Sure.
Moistness in a Basket. Maybe. I'm not sure. Workshop that one.
Can we say Dewey? A Dewey Wicker problem? Can we do that? A Dewey Wicker problem.
The Groped Conspiracy. Yeah, that'll sell.
That's the one.
Yep.
He seemed to know her body's secrets, as if he'd been handed a sensual roadmap.
I know my dentist said that to me at one point.
He whispered it right in your ear. I know. I was there.
That's not...
He had a nice van, so...
We're sure that's not the Magna Carta?
It's the Magna Cum Laude, is what that is. Oh!
I'm just gonna let you celebrate that, but
I'm not happy with
that. Say it again, but in your the accent that you do, where it's like it's kind of like a Londoner, like a lower class Londoner Dickensian accent that you got.
Do you still want to try to do it sexy, or just like I'm just delivering you some news?
I tell you what, I'm not going to micromanage it. Just give me what you got, and we'll see if we can work with it.
All right. I seem to know her body's secrets, as if he'd been handed a sensual roadmap.
Okay, that is from the Dickensian flick Crocodile Dundee 2. Gleaming the Cube. That is from 50 Shades.
That is from The Day We Met by Barbara Breton.
God damn it, Barb.
But it could have been from 50 Shades. You're not... I'm still going to give you a point. That's
that's actually the first part of the book. There's a parenthesis, The Day We Met, and then parenthetical sentence after that, and I lost the will to live.
The fact that she made this beeline for me both warmed my soul and made me want to turn around, walk out the door, and find a cliff to fling myself off of.
You know what I'm taking from this game? Editing is not a thing.
No.
Nobody has said when they're writing this, hey, Chuck, come here. Let me bounce a couple of lines off you. What do you got?
I kind of wish I had what we had done, and I may do this yet, taken lines from Chuck Tingle novels and compared them to 50 Shades of Grey.
I don't know what a Chuck Tingle is.
You're just Google Chuck Tingle. Romance novelist Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle. I'm gonna guess pseudonym.
Yeah, he's never shown his face. Lot of dinosaur porn. A lot of dinosaur porn.
What the hell is dinosaur porn?
Just Chuck Tingle. Just Google Chuck Tingle.
Are dinosaurs fucking each other centrally, or are people fucking dinosaurs?
Google Chuck Tingle.
Just tell me that, and we can move on.
Everybody's fucking everybody, dude.
Okay.
He was written about Sasquatch, aliens, bisexual dinosaurs. The man is a genius.
Finally comes out, that man. Who was it, Larry? Barack Obama.
It was Barack Obama. Did you guess that one yet?
I don't remember what it was, but it's all it's all kind of running together in my heart. Um, 50 Shades.
That would be from Dearly Departed by Leah Habel.
Dearly Departed, and on the cover, it's just a picture of legs.
Yes. Hmm. Desire explodes.
Wow. Couldn't even get through it. Okay. Yeah, all right, buddy.
Desire explodes like the 4th of July throughout my body.
You know what's really disturbing? Is that when you started that, I caught myself leaning forward in my chair.
Yeah.
Like, what's he got? Oh, I'm
Ooh.
invested now.
Give it to me, daddy.
So who's talking about the 4th of July? That's not 50 Shades. No. That's not 50 Shades.
Desire explodes.
Wow, you can't get past the phrase "desire explodes." You're 1 for 3 on "desire explodes."
It makes me giggle.
Good.
It's so bad.
I'm saying 50 Shades.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, well done. If it's horrible, 50 Shades. If it's bad, you're catching on.
Desire explodes. Desire explodes like, what's the metaphor? Or is this a simile? I'm a writer. I don't know the difference. I don't know what explodes. The 4th of July. Yeah, it was either that or a thing of Jiffy Pop. Do the 4th of July. Moving on.
An IED.
Desire explodes like one of those pre-made croissant roll cans that you buy at Aldi. You're not making anybody moist with that, Margaret.
Sometimes you're so closed off, like an island state.
God damn it, it's terrible. Also 50 Shades.
Yes, correct.
I'm guessing she was tied up and held upside down in some manner of noodle factory at the time.
Yes, as he threaded My Little Ponies into an orifice of some variety.
He entered me in the back of the noodle factory.
he took me to visit his ramen factory.
I'm not picturing. This is so dumb. I'm not picturing this woman who's writing it in a blank room, just a typewriter in front of her and an ashtray just overflowing with fucking Virginia Slims and a lipstick around them. And she's got one. It's like, all right, he entered me in the back of the noodle factory. Like, shit, I got nothing.
I got like
this is my writer's block in the back of a noodle factory. Like, how'd they get in the noodle factory? I gotta go back and check my notes.
late 20s, single, female. Do the math. Flirty flings were fabulous. God damn it. Until you hit the big 3-0. All downhill from there. Biological clocks started ticking like time bombs waiting to detonate. Gravity exerted more force on your life than your mom, and suddenly the dog ugliest creep looked like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Now I just feel bad about myself.
Right?
That's from a line called "The Failed Pickup Artist" by Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle would write better than that.
That's got to be just some random bullshit novelist. Something.
Busted in Bollywood by Nicola Marsh. That is Busted in Bollywood by Nicola Marsh.
Sounds like Casey Kasem if he just realized he got fired. God, and other fucking references nobody understands.
Just
if you're quoting Casey Kasem, you're too old.
They're firing me, and now I'm going to read all the dirty letters that I've held back. Dear Casey, I have a neighbor who has been putting his finger inside my butt for 10 years. But don't worry, he gives me green M&Ms. I'd like to dedicate a song to my neighbor, Sticky Fingers by Tesla. Signed, Carl.
Signed, Carl. If you don't know Casey Kasem, we're born after 95. I was riding around and like the classic rock station, I think, which plays Nirvana. On on Sunday, I think they play old Casey Kasem's from like early 90s and like just old shows. And I was like, listen to it. I'm like, oh, they're doing a nice throwback. And I hear Casey's voice. I'm like, oh, they're just playing old recordings of the top 40. Okay, whatever. And then I had this picture of like any kid who's actually listened to the radio, one, they're poor, but they're not. But any kid who's actually listening to the radio right now and hearing this man, are they having like a War of the Worlds kind of experience? Because all like what's happening in the world? Who's John Cougar? What?
He once was John Mellencamp, and then John Cougar, and now he's John Cougar Mellencamp. Regardless of what we call him, we couldn't be happier that he's on the top 40.
I don't understand this man on the radio. He just said that there's something about a you, me, get into my car, and it's number 4. I don't get it.
That was Frank Ocean kidnapping a child.
I mean, you have to charge the number 7. Hey, you get into my car. Remember that song? It really was just about aggressively.
I've got it on my phone. I own that fucking song.
Get into my car. Who, me?
Beep, beep.
Yes, you. Get into my car. And then it just goes, whoa, 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 whoa. It is. It's a man just pulling up next to a woman and sing raping her into the trunk.
Yep, that's exactly what he. Speaking of which,
90s were a different time. Yeah.
a small moan escapes my mouth as my insides.
50 Shades.
Hold on, let me finish the
I'm
sentence.
sorry, but it's just the answer's screaming to me.
You'll read it like Casey Kasem.
Sure.
A small moan escapes my mouth as my insides melt and unfurl.
That's 100% 50 Shades.
Oh yeah, but the insides melt and unfurl.
Unfurl, yeah. Because I figured out what's the I almost said artist. What's the writer's name of 50 Shades again?
Hey Siri, what's the author of 50 Shades of Grey?
Here's an answer from Wikipedia. 50 Shades of Grey is a 2011 erotic romance novel by British author E.L. James.
E.L. James.
British author. Wait, is that a man or a woman?
It's a woman.
Okay. I didn't. Is it E.L. or is it L?
E.L.
Okay. I didn't realize that this thing was British. That doesn't matter. Actually, it poses more questions than it answers. But I figured out E.L.'s writing style. It involves a whole lot of word of the day toilet paper.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and today was unfurled.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it does not make sense there. It's not a good choice.
No. I learned words today. I learned unfurled and bidden, and I'm not going to write a show about a ship. So here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's definitely EL. That's EL Fudge's misrepresentation of the language.
I would read that. He might or might not be a charismatic psychopath / serial killer, but she'd already figured out he wasn't a creep.
That's from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, absolutely. That was Roald Dahl. Good job.
No, I'm sorry, specifically the Johnny Depp one.
Oh yes,
yeah.
That
thought the first one was
Tim
scary.
Burton. That was definitely Tim
Yeah.
Burton.
I thought the Gene Wilder one was scary. I was wrong. Random romance novel.
Correct. The Last Kiss Goodbye by Karen Robards.
See, you just
The
make these
Last
up.
Kiss Goodbye by Karen. You know what? Next time we play this, I am going to just write. I will actually take the time and write the romance
Okay.
and see if you can guess.
You can even come up with the names of the books if you want. The Distinctive Touch by Dingley Dangly Don.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, because Chuck Tingle.
Yeah.
Seeing him undone is enough to seal my fate, and I come audibly, exhaustingly, spinning down and around, collapsing on top of him.
50 Shades.
Correct. Yes.
Trying too hard with the language.
Okay.
I've got all these adjectives. I need to use them.
I'm trying to get through these because I'm on a time frame today.
Okay.
But there's more, but we're not going to get to them all. But I'm just trying to get to my sewing could wait. Sorry, hold on. My sewing could wait, I thought. Could go to hell for all I cared. Suddenly, all I wanted to do was watch Gronk do his thing in the zone place. I'm sorry, I misread that. Can I do it again? He's silent.
How did you possibly misread that? What
try
could be
again.
better? Yeah. Okay.
My sewing could wait, I thought. Could go to hell for all I. I'm gonna give it a real good reading.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Loosen up. My sewing could wait, I thought. Could go to hell for all I cared. Suddenly, all I wanted to do was watch Gronk do his thing in the zone place there.
This is how good advertising is.
Mhm.
Not only do I not watch football or have seen this movie, but I'm going to guess that's from the film 80 for Brady.
It is not.
Really? Oh, damn it. I thought I nailed that.
Would you like to know what it's from?
Come on, sewing Gronk. Come on, that's a decent guess.
That's a great guess. It's a fucking
shit,
solid guess.
Thought that I knocked that out of the park. Fuck. All right, what? What's it from? It's like a Nutella commercial?
It is from A Gronking to Remember by Lacey Noonan.
So that's fucking Gronk fan fiction.
Apparently, yes. I am.
You know how little I know about football? The first time I ever saw the Old Spice commercial with Gronk, I didn't realize that that was a real human being. I thought that was a character that Old Spice came up with for named Gronk because Old Spice is just that fucking wacky. I'm like, no, that's a football player. Oh, what'd you do for 7 years? Ran a sports bar? Yeah, poorly. Yeah, basically.
All right, I'm gonna do two more because I feel like I have. God damn it. Okay, all right. He lifted his head, the sight of his dark, disheveled hair, eyes glinting with longing in the lamplight, the gorgeous spread of his shoulders tapering down to the narrow thrust of his hips, made my ovaries ache deep in my belly.
E.L. Fudge.
That would be Dear Rockstar by Emma Rollins.
But you do get half credit for realizing the person's name is just a letter.
Yes. I do hope you're not overly fond of these panties. He tears through them with his adept fingers and they disintegrate in his hands.
I think your delivery got me on that one. Because you don't really give me a whole lot of it. Like sometimes I think you're just talking to me. And I was like, well, how do you know I'm wearing them? Hold on, say I lost it after hopefully not overly fond of these bands. Well, hold on. E.L. Fudge, overly fond.
Yeah, that is 50 Shades. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Man, what voice? What voice is that? What reading would we give that?
Vincent Price.
I don't like. I can't do. Hold on, the best I can do, I think, is the Joker. I can do Mark Hamill's Joker.
Okay, sure. I'll have to see what my choices are. I just realized Vincent Price and the Crypt Keeper are very, very close together, and other things that nobody will know.
All right, this one is just honorable mention.
Oh, no, give me the Joker's panties ripping. Come on, you promised.
Ooh, hold on. Oh, I wet my whistle. Hold on. Get cleared out. Oh, there. Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta find it. I do hope you're not overly fond of these panties. He tears through them with his adept fingers, and they disintegrate in his hands.
I'll tell you what, that impression is pretty damn good. However, your eyebrow movements really, really turned my stomach while saying that. I'm not sure if that's a pro you or an anti me. Probably both. But,
oh, Harley.
You got to do that character.
Oh, no, that turned that was Yoda. Okay, this one though is just I have to read it. It's from 50 Shades. It's another moment where holy shit, why you should look up the words before you use them. I bury my hands in his hair, holding him to my mouth, consuming him, my tongue as avaricious as his.
Sounds stupid, but is that a word?
It is barely. It's a
But is it derived from avarice?
kind of it's an extreme. I went ahead and looked it up because
Okay.
because I don't want to do what EL Fudge does.
Mhm.
It is like it's so close. It's so close to being right, but it's just 50 shades of gray to the knot. Having or showing an extreme greed for wealth or material gain.
That's pretty specific.
Like if they it's very specific word. You can't talk about being greedy for face fucking.
You can't
It's
borrow it for carnal knowledge. It doesn't seem.
no. Like if they were like, I bury my hands in his hair, holding him to my mouth, our avarice tongues consuming each other. I could almost forgive that.
She does have though a little bit of gotta cut her a little slack because you could say like, do you know that word? Have you ever read the definition? And she could say, no, I wipe my ass with it. So I thought I'd get something out of that.
Sorry, I got distracted.
It happens to be
Because
all
I
the
was
time.
like, wait, hold on. I said avarice. I know what that means, but let's just make sure I'm right. Yes, and I was right. I got distracted. Hey, what? You know what? What did we learn today, buddy?
That we can still learn nothing from an 11-year-old book, 12-year-old book.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That it's easy to make millions of dollars if you know the right stupid banal buttons to press.
I have been convinced that if I just used Nicole's name as a pen name, I could write some very successful smut novels.
Give it a shot. Why does that have to be her name? You can just make up a lady's name, can't you? You just need initials.
Yeah, but I want to do like I want to do
BL Bonk. There you go. You can have that one for free. BL Bonk.
Rebecca McFisty.
Fun to say, easy to remember. Becky Fisty.
Becca Fisty. I'm glad I got to teach you about Chuck Tingle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole there. I am
Well, I
not
think that's
excited
actually
about.
one of his books where he goes down a rabbit hole.
My Kindle library is gonna get real interesting, and the algorithm's not gonna know what the fuck I want to read.
What is that? Why he just bought a splitting mall and now he's reading Chuck Tingle. We should probably send someone to do a well check on his wife.
Amazon suggests a hookah and pills. A pillow specifically designed to scream into? Like, what do you want?
All right, pal. I gotta go wash because I feel gross after
Good.
reading all that.
Good. You do that.
I'm no prude, but holy shit. It's not the sex stuff that gets me. It's the poor writing that bothers
Oh
me.
yeah, 100%. Yeah. No.
Hey, guess what?
What's that?
My avaricious tongue yearns for your throbbing touch.
Well, you're gonna have to talk to me dirty as the Joker from now on.
Ooh.
Fuck.